Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to do a blue wash because that's going to be the next color. You have many choices of blue, and I'm going to stick with the ultra blue that I was using before. It's like a real blue. I want 3 cups of water. One, two. It doesn't have to be exact, but you do want at least 3 caps to be sure to get all of your limbs done. At least that's my opinion. Paint. This is going to be a wash the same way that we did the red to start with. It's going to be a light color that's going to be rather thin in nature, but it'll have a milky appearance when it's the thickness that you want. One thing, especially if you're brand new at reborning, is that you can be a little bit nervous with color. I won't say that you can't overpaint, but I can say that with the washes it's not as easy a task as you might think. The reason that I have my reborn nursery name as Nana Faye's Reborn Nursery is because my name is Angela Faye, and I was named after my grandmother, who was a very wonderful person, and she was the best kind of grandmother that anybody could ever imagine. She showed true love to everybody that she ever met. I've never seen her show anything but love to anyone. So I chose to go with the Nana Faye. It brings her into my grandmotherly being. So I just like the name. And it is my middle name. So just thought I would explain that a little bit. Now this is the color that I'm going to be wanting. It is just the right thickness that you can see it come up on the wall. Just a little bit of my cup, which is why I like a white cup versus a clear. Again, you will have varying opinions on that also. Put this paint away until the next time. Okay, and now I'm going to pull off part of this because this is also, I like to paint with things that are well used. This is very well used and it's falling apart on me. I'm going to have to get another one, and my only hope is that I can find one that is liked as much. And now I'm going to take and just blot this blue onto the baby the same way that I did the pink. I'm going to do it all over this coat because the baby will have blue everywhere. Has blue undertones in your skin. The baby will have blue undertones in hers. See, I said her, not he. So this one will probably go a little bit quicker because blue really has a tendency to like adhering to the vinyl, and you don't want to leave it on. I washed out my favorite sponge while we were not together so that I might be able to use it as opposed to something else. It's surprising how the blue doesn't show up so much as far as a color individual as itself, but it brings out the blue in the veining. It just makes a different tone to the red that you already have there. The thing that I'm going to do different, which I don't know if everybody does this way, so I'm going to, when I add the blue to the ears with the brush, I'm going to go ahead and concentrate a little bit across the bridge of the nose where we have the blue color that comes in naturally. Start adding that even at this early stage, because our skin tones, the skin tones that you see, are layers upon layers in our body, and what you see isn't what comes from the surface. It's just the skin layers, the pigments that we have coming from inside. And if I'm going to try to get that hair off of there. Little bitty black hair must have come from the black and white kitty cat. I thought I got all that cleaned up while we were gone. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to take some blue and do like I did on the eyes with the red, and I'm going to put it across here. I'm going to put it up here, across that bridge, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to also put some down the nose right here. These are colors that if you're used to looking at babies, you'll know that these are places that have a tendency to build up blue in color. But I don't want them to be very blue, so you'll see that each one, you will know that each wash I do is going to add a little more of those colors. Now, your temples on a baby have a tendency to blue also. And we're just gonna carry this through and make sure that we get all those places. There will be a difference on each side. That's okay, because there is on your face and any baby's face, there's going to be a difference in the shading and the way that it appears. And I don't know if you can notice the changes or see them in there very much, but you can, it is starting to come alive. We haven't even added the yellow. Some babies have more yellow than others do. This is going to give you more of your peachy tone. Right now we've got a really good pink going on, but we do want the peach. It's a little more natural. Dry off my mop brush. I've gotten that quite wet. Okay. I think the blue wash is done for her. Except for the little bit I want to be in her nose. A shade in my nose. Some people like to drill out the nose holes. This is not a preferred method of mine. I don't know. It just kind of creeps me out, and then I worry about the integrity of the doll after I go putting extra holes in there. I think she's ready to go to her arm. I have no grandchildren at home with me today, which is not always the case. Sometimes I'm very blessed to be able to have them running around. But today it's fairly quiet. The big kids are big enough that they sometimes can be quiet when they need to be. And I'm going to go ahead and dab that off of the arm because I don't want to get in the fingertips as much, on her fingernails as much with the blue. Getting there somewhat, yes, but I want more blue in the palm of her hand because if you look at the palm of your hand, there is a good chance that you have blue colors in there. Okay, now I'm going to add blue with a brush. Blue.